Welcome back to the Deep Dive. So today we're tackling fictional time travel, and we've got some amazing sources here.
You do. And we're not going to get lost in, how the machines work.
No technobabble.
Right.
Our mission today is to look at the rules of causality and how they really build the plot.
Exactly. Because really, every time travel story boils down to two big questions.
Okay, what are they?
First, was the time traveler always there?
Yeah.
Is it all self-consistent? And second, who actually has the free will to change things?
That makes sense. I guess we should probably start with the most realistic version first. Time dilation.
Right. Let's get that one out of the way. It's not really time travel in the classic sense.
You see it in things like Ender's Game or the original Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, the characters are just moving forward in time, but at a different speed than everyone else.
So there's only one timeline. What happens, happens. No do-overs, no branches.
Exactly. The future you end up in was always the future. Now, let's get to the fun stuff.
Okay, actual causality bending. The simplest version has to be the do-over.
The do-over, yeah. Think Groundhog Day. History just resets.
But the crucial thing is the traveler remembers what happened before.
That's the whole mechanic. They keep all the memories from the previous attempt.
Yeah.
It's just a loop until they, make the right choice and finally break it.
And you even see little versions of that, like in the Game Braid, where you can just rewind a few seconds.
A micro do-over. But what happens when the change sticks? When it permanently alters history?
That's when you get a new trajectory. That's where all the paradoxes start to creep in.
And that is absolutely the world of Back to the Future.
Oh, for sure. The second Marty shows up in the past, his presence is enough to start, well, erasing his own family.
A new timeline just branches off from that exact moment. And when he gets back, his present is totally different because of it.
But not all branching is that clean, is it? The sources brought up Looper, which sounds way more complicated.
Looper's weird. Yes, going to the past creates a branch, but the past and future selves are still connected.
That's the part that's so strange. If the younger version gets a scar in the past.
The older version gets it instantly. In the future, new memories can just pop into his head. It's a kind of retroactive feedback loop.
It's so different from something like Primer, which is almost painfully logical.
Oh, Primer is built on its limits. It takes real time to travel. If you want to go back 6 hours, you have to sit in box for 6 hours.
And you can never go back to before the machine was turned on for the first time. That's a hard limit.
And sticking to those rules is what makes it so brilliant. But for me, the most elegant model, the most logically tight, has to be Harry Potter.
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yes, the single consistent timeline. There is no branching.
Because the time traveler was always there. Everything we saw the first time around already included what their future self was doing.
Exactly. Which brings up the big paradox of that model.
The traveler doesn't actually have free will.
Not really. They're just fulfilling a role. Everything they are about to do has, in a way, already been done. You can't change the past.
You can only cause it.
And that's really the main takeaway here. It doesn't matter if it's a loop or a branch or one solid timeline. As long as the story sticks to its own rules, we'll buy it.
The logic has to be consistent within its own universe.
The second it breaks its own rules, our suspension of disbelief just shatters.
Which leaves us with one final thought to mull over. Our sources mention a show called Lifeline.
Right, where a person's death in the future triggers a message to be sent to the past.
And characters can jump forward, change things, and actually prevent that death.
So they successfully rewrite history.
But if a message from the future can change the present, and that fatal event is averted, what happens to that original timeline? Where does it go?
The one where somebody died. Does it just vanish?
Something to think about until our next deep dive.